At Georgetown School of Foreign Service, they get the best education possible in international affairs and international relations.
Here, there is an unparalleled group of faculty working on these topics. You could not replicate it anywhere in the world, and it creates such a synergy.
I love our students because so many of them are deeply committed to public service and wanting to be a force for good in the world. And so to teach them in the classroom and help them think through these big issues is immensely rewarding for me. Our students are immensely practically minded. They are looking to break into what is often a very opaque career field of working in the federal government, in the intelligence community, in defense and military sectors, technology, and practitioners are good in helping students bridge that gap.
So they're very much integrated into practice through their programs in the summers and as soon as they leave. And what we try to do is train them both in the scholarship, but also prepare them for the practice that is policy.
We try to send students from Georgetown to COP every year because I believe it's a really valuable learning experience. When the students are there, they're able to meet with international climate negotiators from all over the world, as well as stakeholders that are trying to influence the negotiations, everything from the private sector to non-governmental organizations.
So there are many opportunities to work with professors.
Dr. Sarah Johnson, Sarah has been my academic mentor for most of college now. Her leadership has really helped me flourish in that role as an undergrad researcher and student.
I enjoy career mentoring as much as I do teaching them, instructing them in the classroom.
All of the professors are passionate about what they're teaching about, and you can really see that.
We have so many wonderful adjunct faculty who are practitioners in the field. In many places, they work where our students aspire to be. They hope to grow up and be them someday. So they are learning from them in the classroom, but also benefiting from one-on-one mentorship.
There's an amazing program at the School of Foreign Service. It's called the MRFs program. And basically, I have a student that works with me for the 4 years that they're here. And at the beginning, we work on my projects, kind of learn, it's almost like an apprenticeship about how to do research. And then by the end, those students are doing their own research.
I think we all take to heart the Jesuit values, encouraging the spirit of reflection to these complex challenges. And the second is just care for the whole person. When students come to us, we tell them that we're investing in you for the rest of your career. And I think that's what attracts students and faculty alike to be part of the Georgetown community.